Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So today we're back at it with another video, and right now we're going to be talking about the severe weather going on in Texas and Alabama, and potentially going on to Virginia and all that, and North Carolina, South Carolina, and parts of Florida on Sunday. So right now, let's pull out my marker. If you guys look, we have some warnings, watches, but mainly watches right now. So, we have mainly in this area. I will put you guys on watches, severe thunderstorm watches, tornado watches, hail. The probability of hail is very high, likely, but this is what your warnings look like and watches. So pretty much this is our main goal right here, our main warnings and watches, and then we have some back here towards uh, California and the bat there. So we're gonna go on to the next slide. And if you guys look, this is going to be our tornado outlook. So this is going to be for think today and tomorrow. Yeah, issued. So our probability of getting tornadoes. As you guys can see, this is going to be around tomorrow. So even in Oklahoma, you guys, if you look, you still have a probability. 5 chance is sort of high. Still not. It's still possible just for 5%. Even in this green 2%, it's still possible within this green area. I'll say all this green right here is still possible no matter what. And then you got your 10%, and we're talking about going into parts of Alabama and pretty much going into New Orleans and all that would be on their 2%. So here is our wind outlook. Now everyone has more of a pretty much more percentage because it's more likely to have winds. But if you look, we have 30% for most of Oklahoma going into Texas, the border of Oklahoma and Texas. And we go down here into Texas, Louisiana, and Alabama. We're talking about a good 30% chance right in here. And then we go to the shores of Texas and New Orleans and all that. You guys are talking about a 15% chance of high winds. And this is issued right now by the National Weather Service right now. And then I'll be showing what it's going to be looking like on Sunday. I have to go on to a different thing just to show it. And then this is going to be our hail lookout. I believe so. Yeah, our hail. Our main priority for hail is going to be in Texas border and Oklahoma border. And then we go on to Texas. It's likely, but it's more likely in Oklahoma than Texas. So you guys look, we got Texas right there, 15% out parts of Texas. Really not too much of a hail problem on Saturday and Friday. Not looking at too much. So this is what our storm's looking like right now in the atmosphere. And as you guys can see, we do see a lot of red. This is probably where the most severe weather is as of right now. Probably when the video gets uploaded, it'll probably be right here by now, the center of it, maybe. But you got a little bit more down here. So keep in mind, these could produce tornadoes right here. Um, and pretty much, like I said, they're looking at more of a tornado possibility within the storm right here. These right here, not likely, but likely still. I think 15% chance right in this area, or 10% chance and 20% chance with the storm moving on into this area with a 15% chance with that storm moving on down there into the Alabama and Louisiana down. So now our this is our 24-hour rain total. Only reason why I show the next 24 hours. This is what we're going to be seeing in the next 24 hours. So if you guys look, we got our main rain is going to be right here. Let me see if I can change the color real fast so you guys can see it a little bit better. So our main rain is going to be in here and going into parts of South Carolina, Georgia. Now I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a little tail like this going into Florida, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys see that. And then we go into parts of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama, even up into Kentucky and Tennessee. You guys are gonna see some rain even into Oklahoma, Texas. This won't be so much of your storm really. Really, besides half of towards the end of Texas, pretty much going into Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama. So that's the next 24 hours. So right now, that's going to be the end of it. First, I'm going to show you the radar, what it's looking like. So our main fear is right now, as of right now, is this storm is going to be our. Let's see if I can change the color on that. Our main priority is going to be this storm because we know. I think we could see this turning into a pretty much turning to some snow tornadoes and some hail and definitely some winds in this. I wouldn't even doubt of if we do see some hail or tornado popping into like little pieces like this. And this is all right here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some tornadoes even right here and there. I'm saying it might happen, might not, but it's likely, especially with this. Actually, yesterday or the day before, I actually marked 11 years or the anniversary since the Oklahoma tornado. So right now, as you guys can see, we're going to Oklahoma City. These storms are not really a big priority, but these can still produce some supercells. You guys could see some rotation like right here or in here within these red spots, but I think it's more likely to see a tornado right in this area. And this is all going to be moving into down here. It's going to be moving like this. So I wouldn't be surprised you guys see tornadoes into the Mississippi area, Mississippi, Alabama, and then we're going to Georgia, and we mainly it's in Texas right now, right by Houston and San Antonio. San Antonio, you guys won't have nothing to worry about. Houston, you guys might get the grid, the edge of it. Not 100% sure. You might get a little rain, but just because this is all not looking healthy and strong right now, doesn't mean you guys can see heavy winds with it. I'm almost positive you guys could see maybe gusts to 20, 30 miles an hour. With this one could potentially look at probably gusts to 20 to 30, 40, 50 miles an hour, depending where you are in the storm. So here's our pretty much ours. This is going to be our 2 days. So this is going to be on Saturday, 4/24. So this is going to be tomorrow. The storm is going to be participating, moving really fast. So this is going to be our where our heavy rain or heavy thunderstorms are going to be, and you're talking about parts into mainly you're going to see right here. Mainly it's going to be for even going into parts of Florida, Mississippi. Then we're going to Georgia, and then that's going to be and then we're going into not so strong, but strong at the same time. See some gust of winds and maybe a few tornadoes within South Carolina, even into North Carolina, parts of the outer banks and then in the inner banks, and then even going into Florida. It's still sticking in parts back where it was. And then we're going to not so bad. You guys get some rain, maybe a few little gust of winds, 10, 15, 20 miles an hour. That's all. We're going into the border of Virginia, North Carolina, and then we're gonna this area right here. We'll probably just get light rain, maybe a few showers here and there, but mainly it's going to be Now I have realized that this has moved down a little bit into the Florida area since then. Earlier, this green was like this going on top of the Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach area, and going into Virginia. But now they've dropped it down a little bit. Doesn't mean just because you have this little green or even yellow or even this orange doesn't mean you're going to see but it's more likely to see severe weather, tornadoes. You're going to see hail in there, tornadoes. Really, anyone within, I wouldn't, anyone within this green area right in here could see tornadoes and hail and storms and thunder. So here is our tornado. This is going to be our tornado outlook. So this is going to be our tornado probability. So if you guys look, pretty much our 10% is going to be sticking within mainly the Georgia area and parts of Florida. Now we're going into 15% chance right here. Even back parts where the storm's getting affected right now, that part of that, still gonna see some tornadoes. Just because you guys are in it today doesn't mean you're gonna be out of it tomorrow. And then we're talking about North Carolina going into, it cuts off right at the Virginia Beach area. But we're talking about North Carolina. You guys have a 2% chance of tornadoes forming, and so on in parts of Florida. So this is our wind probability. This is probably more likely going to stick out more because the far, like I said, it's more. So the stronger winds are going to be where the severe weather is. Like I said, mainly severe weather is going to be sticking within the Georgia area on Georgia, Alabama, and Louisiana. That's pretty much going to be sticking in, mainly in Alabama, mainly in Georgia. It's going to be sticking with winds, some strong winds. We're talking about. I would be surprised if we see some gusts at least 50, 60, even 80 miles an hour. If you guys got to spin a tornado or anything, and then we go into 15%. And then 5%, which is not going to be bad. So let's look at our hail probabilities. Again, normally the hail is on the back side of these thunderstorms. So instead of it the being right here, the 30% chance it's back here and extending on, it could be outside these right here instead of being right here. It doesn't mean just because you guys have 5%. 5% is still a good probability, even 1%. So, that one's gonna be the wrap of that right there. But like I said, guys, this is just updation for this right now. So thank you for watching, guys, and make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And there's only 39 days left in hurricane season, which starts June 1st. Until next.